So Derby are starting to make some moves in the transfer window. We've already spoke previously about Corey Blackett-Taylor, but in today's video we're going to be talking all about the young midfielder Charlie Savage. Charlie Savage is a 20-year-old central midfielder who can play a range of different positions. He's the son of former Derby County player Robbie Savage, and Robbie Savage has recently been heard on TalkSport confirming that Reading have pushed back on approaches from Stockport County and Derby County. Charlie Savage has had a bit of a slow start to his career in professional football, but he finally seems to be finding his feet, and hopefully a move to Derby could be on the cards. So let's take a look at Charlie Savage's career so far. So as a young player, he came through the youth academy at Manchester United. He went on to make his senior debut in the Champions League, where he only played a couple of minutes, but making your senior debut in a European competition isn't something to be sniffed at. Later on in that season, he found himself going on loan to Forest Green Rovers in League One. He faced up against Derby, and I believe in that game he played in the false 9 position, a player who consistently seems to show his versatility. After completing his loan spell at Forest Green Rovers, he found himself back at Manchester United. He then made the permanent switch to Reading Football Club in the summer on a 4-year contract. However, with the turmoil going on at Reading, there is an opportunity that Charlie Savage may be sold to fulfil some of the bills that the owner is unwilling to pay. This opens up the door for teams like Derby and Stockport to make offers for the player and to see if they can get an early one accepted on the cheap. Derby had this happen when they were in administration, losing Graham Shinney for just £30,000. They also lost the likes of Luke Plange and Festi Ebicelli on cheap deals. Reading could face similar problems, with the owner not doing his job, not paying the bills, not paying staff and players. It could lead to further points deductions at Reading. Could also lead to Reading entering administration or the EFL having to force a sale. Similar to the likes of what the Premier League did with Roman Abramovich, it could end up in that sort of situation. So that could open the door for Charlie Savage to enter the fray of a range of different League One teams. So we've spoke about his career and where he came through at the academy, but now let's talk about where he would fit in this Derby County side. As we know, a lot of the Derby County team are out of contract at the end of this season. I believe there's 10 players out of contract. A lot of them happen to be central midfielders, with Liam Thompson, Max Bird, Conor Hourihane and Corey Smith and Louis Sibley all in the final year of their contract. Charlie Savage would be an excellent replacement for any of them. Obviously, Charlie's still young and in the early stages of his development, so he may not be at the same stage as someone at the likes of ability level of Max Bird or Conor Hourihane, but he has a lot of energy, a lot of athleticism, and that is something which Derby are crying out for in midfield. Charlie has shown his versatility at the clubs he's played at. He's made appearances at left back, at holding midfield, central midfield, attacking midfield, and even playing as a striker. Although when he was playing as a striker it was more of a false 9 where he'd drop in, collect the ball and all that jazz, he's still played up there, and it's something which Derby can look at. Derby are keen on players who are versatile. You look at the likes of Kane Wilson, who can play on the right-hand side at full-back and further forward. You look at the likes of Nathaniel Mendes-Lang, who can play all the way across the front line, just like Tom Barkhuizen. You look at the back four, you look at Curtis Nelson, who can play across. Ryan Niambi can play right-back and centre-half. You've also got Forsyth, centre-half. You see the pattern. We've got a range of players that can play a range of different positions. In midfield, you've got the likes of Sibley, who can play out wide and through the middle. You've got Max Bird, who can play any of them central positions. And I think that Derby see versatility as a key part of the puzzle when building a squad. So for me, I think that Charlie Savage would fit in amazingly within our midfield. We've seen on occasion, most notably in the recent fixture against Peterborough, that our midfield can often get dragged about. It's not me saying that Max Bird is immobile, but Conor Hourihane is in the final stages of his career. I think on occasion he gets turned a little bit too easily, but that isn't something that takes away from his ability on the ball. Especially with set pieces, he's been massive for us this season, contributing to a wide range of goals. Do I think Charlie Savage would come in and take over those positions? Not straight away, no. But do I think Charlie could work his way into the team and be an option in part of a midfield 3 or a midfield 2? Absolutely. I think he'd be incredible for Derby County to have on their books. Obviously, Derby have a wide range of numbers in the central of midfield at the moment, with Tyrese Forner signing in the summer, the likes of Corey Smith, Conor Horahan, Max Bird, Liam Thompson and Louis Sibley. It's a lot of numbers for just 2 or 3 places on the pitch. But it's better to have strength in depth than to not have enough players when you go through an injury crisis. So we've spoke all about Charlie Savage, where he's come from, where he would fit in the team. But now let's talk about if I think it is actually a financially viable decision for Derby County. So without knowing the ins and outs of Derby's finances, it's important to be aware that we've been very careful with our finances over the past 2 years. Obviously, some embargo related and some self-made restrictions related, but we've been careful. Do I think we're going to go out and spend £400,000 on someone of the likes of Corey Blackett-Taylor and then also spend a similar amount on Charlie Savage? I'm not sure. I think we should, because I think it's important to have strength in depth, but is that how the club and the owner are going to be thinking? You look at someone like Charlie Savage and they could have a massive potential resale value, which could be incredible for the club. But we also have to look at Reading's situation. They obviously have a sell-on clause which they have to pay to Manchester United should Charlie Savage be sold. This is what could be causing the problem between the deal at the moment. If Derby are keen on their interest and follow up with another offer, I'm sure we'll find out. Do I think that the signing will happen? I don't think it will happen this window. I think it's something which we'll see happen towards the summer when Derby potentially lose Max Bird. I think Charlie Savage would be an excellent player to have in the middle of the park. But let me know what you think about Charlie Savage down in the comments. Do you think that we're going to sign him? Do you think that Derby will go in with another offer? Can you see it happening? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know where you think he fits in. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel because you can see all my Derby County content. And if you're interested in F1 stuff, that is coming pretty quickly. So keep your eyes peeled on my channel. Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments and I'll catch you in the next video.